Hello everybody, welcome again, and I'm back with another video from the Insights from the Customer's Mind series. So the story that I'm going to talk about today is about this one when I went to get a meal in a certain fast food restaurant. So this fast food restaurant on that particular day was already very crowded, and well, I can understand, and the outlet was pretty small, so it was quite chaotic, crowded and so on. So I went to the counter and I placed my order for a meal. And what happened was when the meal arrived, the burger actually came partially unwrapped. It looked like they rushed through it, so they just wrapped it quickly, and so it was not completely wrapped. And the food was also cold. So I brought the whole tray back to the counter, and I asked them, may I know what actually went on, because my burger is actually half unwrapped and the food is also cold. And this is the response that I got from the counter staff. And she was the manager, she was wearing the badge that said manager. And this is what she told me. She said, excuse me, we are already very tired, okay? And I got a shock. I mean, that's not the response that you would ever expect from a service staff. So now, there are a few things that we want to talk about regarding this incident, okay? I guess they would have quite a tough day, judging by the crowd in the fast food restaurant, and how chaotic it all was and all. And we don't know how long the shift for the staff went on that day, and how much work they had to cover and so on. Well, my heart goes out to them. Definitely I'm empathetic, but that does not mean that they can compromise on the service offered, right? And it is unfair to expect every customer to be empathetic towards the staff. In fact, it should be the other way around. You know what we always say, customer is always number one and customer is king. And so when we start work, especially when we're in the service line, we are in the front line, we are serving customers, then it's showtime. And in our personal lives, a million things that can happen. Even at work, a million things can happen. We may be in a bad mood, we may be very tired on that day, but that has to be no excuse. There is no compromise for service. When we don our uniform and we stand there at the front line and we are attending to customers, then we have to put on a show. No matter what it is, we have to be professional, and we have to always deliver our service consistently. Well, it's easy to say, but how do we make sure this happens? So it starts from the top. What do we mean by from the top? It starts with everything like scheduling, making sure that there's enough manpower on that day, making sure that your staff are trained, and even hiring the right fit for the job, right? So all this plays a big part. We cannot just blame the staff on the front line. We always have to ask ourselves, why did they perform in the way that they did? Why did they perform badly? Why did that staff speak to me that way on that day, right? Why did she actually tell me that they are really very tired? It could be her outlet to vent frustration because she didn't have anywhere else to go. But what made them so tired? Was it really a manpower shortage? So this is definitely something to think about. Thank you everybody for joining me for this video, and I'll see you again in the next one.